Alright guys, I'm gonna teach you guys how to play Kayle top lane in the newest patch that have just came out. This game we're playing Kayle into, I think, a Vladimir, or I think actually a Gangplank. What we have is PDA, Presence, Alacrity, Last Stand. Then we also have the Second Wind, which is one of the most important runes. And then we also have the Overgrowth. Now something that I would always encourage you when you play Kayle, is depending on the matchup that you're going to be up and running against, you want to change the Second Wind and the bone plating. You know, if it's like a melee matchup, you want to go bone plating. If it's got like a melee matchup or range matchup with poke, you pretty much 99% of the time you want to have the Second Wind. And if you change these runes, your laning phase is going to be 30 billion times easier, guys. Like, playing with the correct runes right here does make a huge impact, so keep that in mind. For instance, this Gangplank is playing with bone plating, which is not a bad thing, but since we are being ranged here and we can poke him all the time ourselves, it's not very ideal. It's not like an it's not being planned out very well, if that makes sense. You're going to see soon why that is. In terms of the matchup, this is actually a pretty good one. Gangplank is like a very hard scaling champ. However, if being played correctly, we should be able to snowball it very easily. Like, he does have a lot of poke, but we can like farm from a distance, and when we reach level 6, we have my ultimate, which can block like an entire Q barrel combo. And like at that point, we can also auto inside of the ultimate as well. If we can get like the first item, it's going to get like even easier. The only hard part of this matchup is the start of the match. Like, the pre-6 is quite a tough one, but once you pull through and you make no mistakes, like, you're going to start winning very hard. So we're just chilling around. We're not doing that much. I'm kind of like avoiding the poke. I'm just trying to like land the Qs on Gangplank whenever I try and last it, but other than this, like, I'm staying away. I'm like staying max range from the Gangplank Qs. I only take the Gangplank Qs when I'm actively trying to get a last hit, otherwise I'm staying max range. Wait. We're getting a gank. Does not go for the flash. That's a pretty good one. We, perhaps we did not get the kill, but this is actually very good because the wave, we haven't lost anything. We'll try and go for the fight. Plus, we actually got the, we got the flash out. If you can get the flash early, you can probably get a kill during the lane phase before he gets it back. I'll show you. Now what we're going to do is, most likely what most of you guys would have done is to like hard shove the lane out. We're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that the wave is going to build up very slowly, and then we're going to push that wave under tower immediately. And what that's going to do for us is, not only does it make it easier for us to farm it, but at the same time, if you can get the wave under tower, like a massive, enormous wave, you can then go back, you can buy your item, and then your opponent is going to be forced to like farm under tower while you're getting your item. So it's a much more efficient way of like resetting without like taking any risk. Like, you'll see for yourself now, Gangplank is trying to like thin out the wave because he knows that my wave is completely built up. He's trying to avoid it. But I can just cancel out the barrels, like, that's okay with me. Look. Let's try. All of his barrels are down, so good attempt. Make sure that if the wave is this big, that your opponent is not going to clean it up, because if that happens, he might be able to like bounce it back into you again, and then you're going to be like unable to reset. So keep that in mind as well. If you build the wave like that, make sure you actually use it to get yourself in this situation, right? So now the wave is like positioned up here in the front of the tower of Gangplank, which means that the upcoming wave is going to hit the wave and then it's going to start bouncing into me, which is very good because I bought my Berserker Screeds right now. I actually got my item, and then we, on top of that, we got the wave like bouncing into me. So now we start winning very hard. We're actually going to get into a very healthy position where we can actually get kills in this guy. Look. All we have to do is get level 6, and that's pretty much it. Stay max range from the Q. I might lose the cannon. Yep. Unfortunately, I do. He's got barrels like hidden in the brush. So now we start playing very aggressive. We know that the flash is down. So now we're going to start actively trying to kill him. There you go. Remember that, guys. One of the most important things, if you can get the flash down, you can play a lot more aggressive, because even if the fight fails and you happen to like not win for some kind of reason, whether you failed or just unlucky or whatever, you can still flash out yourself, or you can use your flash to like engage and get the kill. So there's plenty of advantages coming from getting the flash of your opponent through like a jungle gank or something like this. Got that one. But yeah, simply what a lot of people don't know, and this is the fun thing, Kayle is like one of the best late game champions. But what you can also do is snowball the early game. That's what a lot of people don't do with Kayle. They play too safe. There's no need to play safe on this champ. We're getting the Mordekaiser to go top side. Unfortunately, that's not going to be a kill. No. I guess maybe my teammates can kill this guy. Just place a ward just in case they need it. Let's go for that one. Let's go for that one and then that one. Now the fun thing is that we can actually teleport. And then we can freeze the wave. Or if my teammates actually kill this guy, that would be even more appreciated. Nice. Now I'm gonna make sure we hard push the next one. Nice. Perfect. As for like builds right now, like Kayle has plenty of ways to be built. I still like the Nash's Tooth as a main. Like Nash's Tooth, in my opinion, cannot be missed. You do have the Rageblade build right now, but I don't really think that the Rageblade build is much better than the Nash's Tooth build. I think it's very much like an alternative build. That's pretty much what it is. It's good if you're going for like the AD version, and then you go sort of like hybrid. So it does make a lot of sense to build it, but you don't have to like build it in every single game. Nash's Tooth build will do like perfectly fine as well. You can, however, also combine them both. But Rageblade functions better if you build crit along with it, because obviously you have the crit conversion. So that makes just more sense. Let's see here. There you go. That's a lot better.
If I slip, I will fall.
We've got Talon top side, which means if Gangplank walks up, we can probably kill him. Yep, seems like my jungler knows about it. I'm gonna ignore the last hits. Nice. Now we shove. Now you're gonna start noticing that this game is going to be very easy, because normally with Kayle, like your power spike is level 6, 11, and then like anything beyond this comes from items. The fun thing is that I'm already ahead of my opponent because we solo killed him first, and now we're also getting a few ganks as well. Now we have this massive lead. Now you're going to see how easy it becomes. Let's place one here. It appears that Rengar just jumped in bottom. I think he failed the gank. Yeah, my ADC is actually beating it. Not bad. Nice. Nice try. I wonder if I can bait him towards Mordekaiser and make it so he can lock him with the ultimate, but kinda doubt it. Yeah, it's not really gonna work. He's gotta be careful about Rengar though. Yeah, nice. I've got my ultimate available. Yep, pretty good. A lot of pressure coming from the jungle as well. Not bad. The Gangplank does have, like, even though he's got 4 deaths, he already has the items, so he's not necessarily like that much behind. But this game is definitely looking very good for me now. It doesn't matter if my teammates start having a bad game right now. If my teammates start feeding, I will still be able to carry the game easily. Let's go for Nash's Tooth. Nice. Let's go for this one, and then this one.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's go. Alright. Sensory Velocity Boots. This guy is actually, weirdly enough, he's got on the same page like me. He's got the first item completed, which means he's going to do some pretty solid damage with this combo. Like, his barrels are going to do a lot of damage.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Mother's sword, and with it, her purpose.
Let's walk up. This Kayle skin always feels satisfying. Yeah, that's the damage. Like, Gangplank also scales off of, like, last hitting.
I fly for the glory that shines above this cosmos.
Not bad. After this wave, we're definitely going to stay, but I'm going to try to assassinate the Gangplank. So I'm going to walk around here, pretend like I'm gone. And now, I'm going to walk up from here. Oh, this guy is smart. He's already, like, warded this thing. Not bad. Well played.
An enemy has been slain.
We can probably kill the Vladimir, though.
An ally has been slain.
Oh, he's about to die. I think the Vladimir is going to kill him. He shouldn't have pressed R. He shouldn't have pressed R. Yeah, the Mordekaiser should have definitely not pressed R. But yeah, you can see Kayle is not just a late game broken champion. A lot of people think that Kayle is only a late game champion. That's not what it is, guys. That's not what it is at all. Keep that in mind. You can win the early game very, very hard on Kayle. But it all comes down, firstly, of course, what matchup it is. But if your wave management in lane is on point, you can win games very hard. Like, don't underestimate the power of Kayle, like, at level 6. Like, she is amazing. She actually counters, like, most of the top laners is when she reaches level 6. And if you play with bone plating, she is an even better champion. So keep that in mind.
From mortal temptation.
Not bad, like, they got the shutdown. Oof. 2 shutdowns. 2 shutdowns in a row. Not bad. He flashed my combo. Okay, so let's go for the Riftmaker. I want to go for Rageblade. Rageblade is definitely not a bad item this game, but I want to showcase what Rageblade is like when you start building, like, more towards crit chance as well. The AD version of Kayle is just so good right now. But this game, I want to showcase against the AP version. Like, this fits better inside the team comp. Much better inside the team comp. So let's go for this one, and then this one. And then we're going to head back top. I can teleport. I will not chase it down, but I will cancel their back ports if it comes down to it. Baited. Sorry, buddy. I should have killed him. I could have done one more auto attack, definitely. I should have been able to get him right there. But it's okay. Nice. I refuse to go for the entire tower. I don't need that tower right now. It's better if I put myself in the correct position and be safe and create leads again. Then instead of like risking potentially dying to like trying to get a tower, like it's just not worth it. Like I should only be going for that tower if I know their locations. If I know where they are. Only then. So you should always play around where the enemy team is. You need to know where they are. You need to see them on the map in some way or know where they are walking towards. Then you can make like proper plays. So if you don't see them, you shouldn't be taking these risks, you know. Nice, good catch. I just pressed my E because my E would pretty much delete him instantly. Yeah, we can get the riftmaker right now. At that point, if we get riftmaker, the game is gonna be so easy for me. You'll see. Now it's going to be such an easy time. Like we've got the build pretty much completed, sort of. Let's go over that one. So one thing that I want to prioritize this game is either rabadons or a zhonya. I'm thinking more about rabadons instead of zhonya, because I can burst them hard. But I also can go for zhonya, and then I can use the zhonya to like tank up the Rengar combo. But from, you know, based on what we're seeing here, like we're like 3 levels ahead, so I don't think we need it. I think it's perfectly fine without it. Normally in a game like this, I always go for zhonya. Because when they have burst, like you just gotta get some survivability. But since we got like this much of a lead currently, like I don't think we need it. I think it's pretty much good without it. I will die. Yep. Vladimir seems pretty strong. But yeah, you can see like I have 0 issues against the Rengar. I just basically obliterated Rengar. I was basically 2 against 4, by the way. I had the Yuumi, but there was a Twisted Fate, Swain, Rengar, Vladimir, and there also was like a Gangplank ultimate. Not bad. I think I will sell this just to get this component. It's going to be slightly better. So far, we haven't really healed up that much from second wind because we haven't been tanking that much damage from the Gangplank barrels. But it's decent, like 551. It's pretty decent. It's not that bad. One thing we can try and prioritize is the Baron, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, they go for the surrender. It's funny though, they actually killed me in the surrender anyway. Not that bad. Like they could have tried to win the late game, you know. But yeah, this is Kayle Top. Thanks so much for watching today's YouTube vid, and I'll see you next time. Peace.